Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary. I'm TJ, your average fan, and I'll be talking to you today about a movie, The Marvels. Oh, yeah, let's get into it, shall we? Spoilers! Okay, so let me just start off by saying I heard a lot of trash talk about this movie, about scenes from this movie, and everybody wanted to say how terrible it was, and it was a horrible Marvel movie. I wholeheartedly disagree. I thought this movie was fun. I enjoyed it. I laughed. I was uh, involved in the stakes of what was happening and what was going on. Every time something dramatic happened, I cared about the smaller moments that was in between Kamala and her family, or Monica and Carol, or any of them. Like, this was an interesting, fun movie, and I enjoyed it. I definitely watched it again, so you know the rating's gonna be high. But anyway, let me tell you about it. So we got Captain Marvel out in space doing her thing, and apparently everybody's all up and aware about the spatial grid, that the jump points and everything that they use in Marvel to get around space quicker. You see it mostly in Guardians of the Galaxy movies and things of that nature, but yeah. So they're studying it. They got ships going in and out on the Saber space station that Nick Fury is currently on. And yeah, something's going wrong with that. So we got a scene from Miss Marvel, the TV show, where she got zapped into the closet and Carol came out. Yeah, that came up pretty quickly because it all starts there with the entanglement of their powers. And Monica was out of space. She was about to touch one of the hex portals that wasn't closing. Nick had already called Carol about a surge in the grid, so she was on another planet checking out the source of the thing. And then, yeah, they all touched the crap at the same time, and then they all got switched out. So that was crazy and fun, and the whole start of that was insane. But somehow they survived all of that to realize that their entanglement has something to do with this grid, and they need to figure out what it is. They also find out that Dar-Benn has one of these bracelets, these bands that Kamala has. If you watch that show, you'll find out more about those. Yeah, so they need to get that back because that's the thing that's causing the problem. Also, those bands are what made the spatial grid in the first place. So it's being overloaded because she only has one, and she's using the power of the Cosmo Staff or Cosmo Rod or whatever the hell it's called to power it up to open rifts. And why is she doing this? Well, we got ourselves an understandable villain here. She just wants to bring life back to Hala. Carol went there, destroyed the Supreme Intelligence, and left them for dead. And so the star died. They lost all their water. They had a civil war over resources, and it was just screwed. And so, they'd had nothing. And so this lady, Dar-Benn, she'd been running around trying to save her people for the last 30 years. She finally found the bracelet. She could finally open the portals. She could finally start bringing the resources directly to her planet. So, what's the first thing she said she needed? Some air. And so she went to this Skrull refugee colony on some planet. She was making a deal with them like, hey, I can relocate y'all, we can put y'all somewhere else, we can all work together, but I am going to need y'all atmosphere, but I don't want to kill y'all for it. That's why I'm trying to make a deal. Of course, Carol rushes in, not knowing what's happening, and the Kree already don't like her. They call her the Annihilator because what she did to the Supreme Intelligence. So yeah, they instantly like, oh, y'all traded on us, and y'all called her, so screw all y'all. So she had to run around with Monica and Kamala to try to save everybody, as many people as they could off the planet, because they didn't save everybody. Whilst Dar-Benn opened the thing and sucked the entire atmosphere off this planet and put it back on Hala. So now the people that, the Kree there, they can breathe again. They all happy about that, and now she got even more backing to continue doing what she's doing. So what's the next thing they need? They need some water. And so there's a planet apparently in a galaxy that has like it's like 96 or 98% water, and like yeah. But on this planet of Alana or whatever the heck it's called, they sing. That's how they talk. Talking is actually another language to them. They won't understand you if you just talk. You have to sing everything. This is one of those things I heard bad things about on the internet that I say, screw you guys. This was fun. I enjoyed every bit of this. The songs were decent. They were talking. The singing was good. And you got exposition about all kind of stuff. So that was actually kind of a fun planet to visit. I enjoyed that. Plus, I am partial to musicals, so it might be just me. But yeah, I thought I thought it was nothing wrong with it. And then, yeah, so she shows up and she's trying to take their water. And she got a significant portion of it, but they left before they was able to figure out if she got all of it. So that was a problem. But what was the last thing I said they needed? Oh, they star died. So guess what? Because Carol is considered the annihilator, and because the Kree are pissed at her, they going everywhere she been to take these resources. So the Skrull colony was one she set up. Yeah, that's why they took that atmosphere. The water planet was a place that she had helped with them with their political matters, and she had married into the royal family to try to help with those political matters. So she actually cared about these people. Yeah, she took their water. So what's the other place? Carol's home, good old Earth. And so whilst Monica and Carol and Kamala is out in space doing all of this stuff, back at the same space station, Kamala's family has now made it to the space station because their house got jacked at the beginning of the movie. So Nick Fury is trying to deal with them and the Flurkin because Carol left the cat behind. Well, Kamala took the cat by accident during the original switching issues. Yeah, and so now, Goose is on the space station, then laid eggs, but they don't know that these are baby kitten flirting things until the emergency happens where they got to evacuate and everybody got to get ate by a flirkin in order to get off the freaking space station because the escape pods was disabled. I'm like, this is crazy. That entire scene had me laughing. I was rolling. I had a ball with that. That was fun. All these cute little cats eating people. That was so funny to me. Okay. So yeah, they're dealing with that. And eventually Carol they'll make their way there because they're like, okay, she's gonna come steal the sun. And sure enough, she shows up to try to start siphoning off the sun. And it takes Carol and Monica and Kamala to try to stop her, get these bands off of her, which they failed to do. So that's how she ended up opening the hole in the first place. But I love the montage of them learning how to deal with their switching when they activate their powers and learn how to fight that way. That was cool. I like that a lot. Hell, I wish they had kept that. That was kind of awesome. Keep them stick together, but nah, by the end of the movie, they were separated again. So everybody for themselves. Monica had to learn the extent of her abilities, and then the sadness of by the end of it all, because they beat Dar-Benn. Yeah, they stopped her from taking the sun, but she not only opened a rift in space, she opened a rift into another dimension, an entirely different reality. And so it took Monica to power up from the power blasted at her by Carol and Kamala, because now Kamala got both the bangles now. She's super powerful now. Oh yeah. She lit up. I was like, yes, she looks good. She went on the other side. She started closing it, realized that she couldn't get back to close it all the way, so she ended up having to stay stuck in this alternate dimension. And I'm like, here we go. So we got sadness all around on our side. And Monica, in post-credit scene, wakes up in the X-Men world with Beast from the original X-Men movies. And her mother, who's not her mother here, is called she's called something binary or something like that. I was like, okay, and the outfit looked really good. So that was really messed up. Meanwhile, Kamala running around trying to recruit people. She didn't went to Hawkeye, young Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. Talking about joining a team. She building a team. I'm like, okay, that was kind of silly the way they did it. But I didn't think that it was that bad for people to have been ranting about it on the internet. That was just a lot. So anyway, I thought this movie was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. If I had to give it a rating, I'd definitely give it an 8. This was fun. This was a fun movie to watch. And the fight scenes were also very good. And I didn't get bored with any of the conversations. I wasn't upset with any of the acting, from the extras, from the background, to Kamala's family, to Monica and Carol themselves, or Kamala. Everybody was good. Like, come on, people. Y'all just nitpicking and nitpick at this point. So, yeah, that was my thoughts on the Marvels. I will see you guys next time for another one. In the meantime, have a great day.